Good morning, good evening, or good night, wherever you may be. This is a kind of mini vlog. It's just gonna be one take. It's really not gonna be any clips like the last ones have been. This one's actually gonna be a little bit more on the serious side, due to the situation that kind of went down. So I'm just gonna get straight into it. I have my tea here. So it is actually tea time this time, guys. It's not just a bit. So last night, or Monday night, because I'm not entirely sure when I'm gonna post this, the Northern Lights were supposed to be out. So me, my roommate Steph, and then a bunch of our friends were gonna go. We went, just go see them, because I've seen them, but a lot of them haven't, because they live, more in the cities. And so then we're like, okay, well, yeah, we're gonna go, Actually, I'm just gonna exit that. Sorry, I'm also trying to do a little bit of my homework. So basically, we're sitting there we went down to, it's called Princess Point. We went down there because there's not tons of light pollution down there really. And it's just it's a cool little spot on campus. It's just a little beach spot. There's fire pits and stuff down there, little tables. And so it was me, Stephanie, my roommate, James, Tobin, Quinn, Clara, and Lily. We all went down there together. We had watched, all of us except for Lily had watched the Lego Batman movie in one of the halls in one of the academic buildings, because it's just, why not, and we're able to. So we had done that, and then we waited for Lily because she wanted to come see the Northern Lights with us. And so we're going. James had his bike, and so he was riding his bike to go park it at Walker because there was no other spots to park his bike any closer. Well, he got his earbuds stuck in the chain. So we were dealing with that, and then all of a sudden it's this guy this weird guy bikes past us and goes, "If you want to see the Northern Lights, good luck. They aren't even gonna come out till 2 a.m. We had literally already gotten pictures from people that they were out and that they had seen them. So we're like, okay, buddy, whatever. The story will actually circle back around to that guy. So keep that creepy motherfucker in mind. So then James fixes his bike. We all go down there. And then Gage was down there. So met up with him. He just joined in on the group. We're chilling down there. You couldn't really see anything. We ended up leaving because we didn't really get much. I think we had kind of missed them, but we were locked in on Lego Batman, so. Plus, they might be visible again tonight, so we might go again. I don't know though. So basically, we're all sitting there, and nothing much was going on. So then Lily, Clara, and Quinn left. So then it's me, James, Tobin, Gage, and Stephanie. And we're all sitting there and stuff like that. And then this guy kind of he was with this own group. Unless he just wasn't and he was just bothering them how he ended up bothering us. Not entirely sure. his name's Isaac, which I'm gonna dox the fuck out of this bitch because, so we go, like, he comes over, he just, like, sets it, he's like, oh, can I set my bag down here? We're like, sure, I guess. And then all of a sudden, he's like, oh, like, what are your guys' names? And then, like, I kind of got an off vibe, but I was like, whatever. So, like, Gage said his name, and then me, Stephanie, James, and then Tobin actually said that his name was, Jared, or Jamal. So, Tobin had a little bit more survival instincts in that one. So, and it's so hot. Yeah, it's hot. Good, but hot. So, we're sitting there, and then he just starts kind of, like, talking to us, but he was pretty annoying. So you're kind of, like, not really responding much to the kid. Also, he does not seem like he would be a freshman in college. He seems like he would be a freshman in high school. Maybe. Like, this, I genuinely, I'm like, what the fuck? And so then, like, nothing's happening. Gage just, like, Irish goodbye the fuck out of there. And so then it's me, Tobin, James, Steph, and then, like, the Isaac kid had, like, left, which his stuff was still at our table. He left, and then came back and was like, oh, someone said, like, I got from, sources that they'll be out more tomorrow night. So we're like, okay, then what the fuck are we doing here? We're like, we'll just go back to our dorms, like, because a couple of them had morning classes, I didn't, but we're just like, okay, yeah. And so we go, and so Princess Point, you have to go, like, down a hill to get to. So we're walking back up this hill. Like, there's, like, little steps, and then there's just, like, a little side, like, on the side for people that want to, like, bike up and down. So, like, the Isaac kid didn't have his bike down at Princess Point. He had it, like, up, like, at the entrance area, which kind of wish his bike would have got snatched. Funny. But, so he keeps trying to, like, just talk to, like, the four of us, like, me, James, Tobin, Steph, and we're like, we don't know, just, like, leave us alone. And so then, like, we're going up, like, the hill, and then all of a sudden there's this group coming down, so we're like, okay, well, like, we want to try to, like, lose this kid, so we'll like, completely stop and wait for this group to go down, because there was a decent amount of people. So then he got, like, a decent ways ahead of us. Yeah, no, he just waited for us at the very top. We're like, fuck. And we're like, what the fuck does this kid want? Because, like, we're like, what, why? Like, we were blatantly basically telling him to fuck off without actually saying it. Like, essentially shit talking him, like, straight to his face. And being like, oh yeah, like, that's, like, a weird thing to say, like, and just like, oh yeah, because he was like, oh yeah, I live in McNair, like, where are you guys at? We're like, Wads, because all of us except for Tobin are actually in Wads. So we're like, oh yeah, we're in Wads, so, you know, he has to go the other way compared to us. He basically went to Wads, and we're like, what? Like, what the actual fuck? And so we're going, and we were walking through one of the parking lots from East Hall over to the Rose. And all of a sudden, like, we had gone upstairs to try to avoid the kid. Well, all of a sudden, he, like, circles into the parking lot and starts, like, circling around us like a fucking bird of prey. This is when I started to get a little bit scared. And then we were just like, this is a little much. So we're like, okay, we're gonna, like, go to the bathroom in the Rose Center, and then, like, try to leave out one of the other doors where he isn't parked. So, because he was just like on his butt, like parked on his bike, like right outside waiting for us. And so, we go in, we can't get past the second doors because there wasn't a scan pad to get in. Not, at least not on the side that we were in. So we go back out, and then we look, and we're like, okay, let's take this like random kind of grass path, because maybe there's like lower trees, like he's not gonna want to ride through there on his bike, because it didn't really look like he had much of a mountain bike. And so we're like, okay, we're gonna go this way. As we're walking that way, it's Stephanie, me, I think Tobin, James. And all of a sudden this dude just drops, I'm gonna come axe murder all of you in your sleep. Out of nowhere. So me and Steph start like fucking walking faster. And we're like, what in the actual fuck? Oh, okay. Sorry, group chat. It's going off. So like the thing is too is we immediately started saying like that's not something to joke about. Like that's not fucking funny. He didn't say anything like, oh no, like it was just a joke. Like he sounded like he genuinely meant it. And so all of us just start like, we kind of start like freaking out. We get to the other side of the rosé, and then we see that the sprinklers are going off. We're like, oh, like we should run through the sprinklers, like just for fun, why not? And then he's like, the guy was like, oh, well, I was gonna go swimming earlier anyway, so I'll go through them, like I'll ride through them on my bike. So we like distracted him, and because he actually, when we were down at Prince's, he was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna like, oh, I want to go swimming randomly, and then like I want to like jump in, and then he was like, does anyone want to go swimming with me? And Tobin jokingly was just like, yeah. He was like, yeah, I'll go, why not? And then he was like, okay, come on, let's go. And Tobin's like, I was joking, I didn't actually mean it. Like I don't know why. So he was like, I'm not going. And like the Isaac kid had full on like grabbed Tobin and was like this is why I need my teeth. Was like trying to drag him like into the water, and Tobin's like, no, what the fuck? Like let go of me. And so anyways, he had like went and like rode through the sprinklers, so we had like distracted him. And then he had kind of like kept going, and he didn't like look back because he just like assumed that we were behind him still. Immediately, as soon as he got like out of our like where we would be kind of like out of his sight, we turn, all four of us fucking run. We run as fast as we fucking can back around the other side of the rosé. Like, because we did actually need to get around to the other side because James had his bike at Walker still. So we did need to go over there. But we fucking ran for our damn lives. And then, like, we just walked back and stuff like that. Thankfully that the guys were there, because if it would have just been me and Steph, who knows what would have happened. Because, you know, I chose a school with a 70-30 guy to girl ratio. So there's a lot of creeps. I've already had a couple other little experiences with that. But nothing like this. Like, he literally said he was gonna come axe murder us in our sleep. But it was James and Tobin walked me and Steph back to our room because they're like, we're walking back with you guys, because they're like, we're also slightly scared. They're like, but you guys need to be escorted at least for tonight. So, like, bless them. They brought us, like, they walked us back to our room, and then Tobin went with James back up to his for a little bit, because Tobin's trying to, because the guy doesn't know Tobin lives in McNair, because he had lied and said he lived in Wads with the rest of us, but Tobin still didn't want the guy to, like, see him going into McNair and being like, oh, like, he actually lives in McNair, because at that point, like, we didn't know what this dude was actually, like, planning. So, like, Tobin kind of waited it out and then ended up going, he made it back fine. And then James called public safety. Like, he called the public safety department, and he got 2 officers sent up to his room. He talked to them, and then he asked me and stuff. He was like, do you guys want to talk to public safety? And so we can, like, kind of all make a report about this, because this is, like, something really serious, because he didn't say anything like, oh, I was just joking. Like, he sounded like he meant it. So we're like, okay, yeah, like, yes, like, send them down. So after James got done talking to them, they came down. We explained, like, the whole situation, like, any details that we could remember. We're like, yeah, like, his name's Isaac, he lives in McNair. They're like, did you get a last name? We're like, no, we didn't. I didn't really remember much of what the bike looked like. We're like, maybe Tobin does, because they were talking to all of us in Wads first, and then they were gonna go up to McNair to talk to Tobin. So we're like, yeah, we really aren't sure. Maybe Tobin has more details on it. We weren't really paying much attention to the bike at that point, because we were just trying to get away. But with the information that they have, they are actually going to send out a detective for the case. And I'm not sure what actions are going to be taken, but I'm sure he's probably going to get, like, academic suspension or at least something. Because, like, 4 people made a report. Because the officers got, like, so on our IDs, we have our M numbers. Our M number is kind of like all of our information, like all of our, like, private information and stuff like that. So, they got our M numbers and stuff like that, and then they're just like, okay, they're like, we talked to James, we talked to you guys, we're gonna go talk to Tobin. They're like, if you guys don't feel safe, or you see him again, or you can get, like, and get any other details or anything, like, call public safety immediately. So we'll see. It should be fine. But it's a really kind of freaky situation. So stay safe out there, guys, please, and don't give out information. And if you see a creepy ass dude and you have the chance to, fucking run. Find somewhere, run, scream, and don't go places alone. That's my little TED talk. Anyways, yeah. Serious little story time, but just figured I should get it out there a little bit. Yeah. Good day, good evening, or good night, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.